Dang, dude. The thing was still spinning for like a minute after I turned it off. And it whined down. It was like a jet engine. Alright, here we got a clip coming up that should have went into the last video, but I overlooked it, so we're going to run it now. Well, I think we're going to check for some leaks. That means trying to start this thing up. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a leak. Coolant. Alright, it was this one coolant line right here going to the head. And maybe it had a little pinhole or something in it, but I cut it, set it, put it back on. That's what you get using the flashy line, right? But yeah. Well, my mother-in-law wants me to change the oil in her Insight, and here it's a perfect day, and everything looks like I'm in the place I can do so. Throw my tire back on this thing, drop it on the ground, and cruise it on over to O'Reilly's and get her the oil that she needs, and change that oil for her. And looks like she wants her light switch arm on her steering column changed out too, so I'll be doing that too. But yeah, it'll be neat to take this thing for a cruise. It's been a long time. Just making sure that there's enough room for my socket around my lug there, because I don't want to scratch up my rims. I had these powder coated. Give you an idea of what these things look like. I had them powder coated, like I was just saying. They're kind of dirty. They've been sitting here for a while, but ooh, baby. Do not want to scuff these up. Custom, one off. There is many a rim like this, but only one a rim in this display. That's a whole nother story. I was having some pressure problems with my coolant system. I think it was probably because I needed to retorque down my head. I'd been running on that build for a long time, you know, boosting over 20 pounds, 25 pounds. And anyway, of course, my shoddy way of thinking, thought my radiator cap was failing or something, because I was seeing pressure in my overflow was misting on my windshield, and so I got a stronger radiator cap, and come to find out you do not want to get a radiator cap that is not recommended for your system. You will create way too much pressure, you'll blow your lines, you'll blow your head gasket, all kinds of stuff. And so I basically went through that process, and yeah, tough learning process. But yeah, anyway, so when I had my car towed, the tow truck driver had straps around my tires on that trip, and by the time I got to my place, I noticed the next day that these had an anodized red lip with a black powder coat on the inside, and the straps had worn down my red anodized, and so I had communicated with AAA. Is the service that I use, and they were like, oh, no problem, we'll take care of you, and communicated with the tow truck company. I guess they were going to pull their contract with them if they didn't take care of me, and the tow truck company, well, AAA figured it would be better for them. It would have been cheaper for them to buy me new rims, but this worked out for me because now my rims are totally one of a kind. AAA was like, yeah, they can just have them powder coated, blah, 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 and it ended up being more than what it would have costed to get the same rims brand new. And so, yeah, send them in to a powder coat company here locally. Gosh, I forget the name of them. But, and had them powder coated, and they turned out great. And going with the motif. Yeah. Anyway, that's that story.
It's Sizzl, what up? The scary mind undone with lost time. I gotta get up. Luck, what up? Baby Nuck. Fuck being stuck. Look to the light like Carrie Ann. This helps me, man, cause I lost in spam and I bring in the feelings that I don't need, man. You did when I learned how I did what, man? Well, I feel like I pain, I crouch. Ouch, my nails, we fall up out the couch. You better back off.
Saying so low, dude. I haven't seen it on the ground in so long. Oh my gosh, it gets even lower too once the suspension gets relaxed to its original location. That would have been another good video for me to do too. I tore out all the struts and springs and put in the an Eibach 2.5-inch lowering performance system with their upgraded, anyway, the rear bar that you use where you're going around the corners and stuff. Anti-roll bar. Yeah, that's it. The fucking anti. Did like the X brace or whatever too, which ended up, after I got that one, seeing that there's a even bigger roll bar that's available for back there. I don't remember which one I have, like the 22 or 23 mil, or I don't know. And there's I think a 26. There's one just about as big as the one that comes on the EM1 model that I have, and I upgraded the bushings up front. But yeah, I wish I would have videotaped that. When I was painting stuff, I painted my bars too. My strut tower bars.
Venus leaking after sex. You second guess. Life full stress. Ooh, baby mess.
I was just making sure that my clearance was good on this strut tower bar, because there we go. I had to take a little material out of the backside of the tower bar there because it was so close. The clearance was so close to the AEM fuel pressure regulator right here. And it during a tune, it ended up hitting the bar, I think, and breaking this barb that sends the vacuum into the regulator. But since I took a little material out of the back of the bar, I haven't had a problem with it.
It's big as my nuts when I talk that slut. Long dog dong, 16 candles. Give me the cake and I'll beat the thighs, dude. Give me that cake and I'll rep my own, dude. Already doing that, so taste my town fool.
And I painted the stock tower brace too. Freaking found it hiding up on that shelf over there.
Give me that cake and I'll rep my own, dude. Already doing that, so taste my town fool.
So I'm noticing I have a clearance issue with my 6-AN fuel line coming from my fuel filter here, and the stock EM1 tower brace. So I'm gonna have to extend my fuel line enough that I can turn my 90 so I can get clearance there, so I don't have any issues, because I don't want to drop the inline fuel pump, the 300. I don't want to drop it any more than I already have it on this brace. You can see I got the brace pretty much at the top of it, and I got it locked in, and it's firm and it's tight. But where I have it located, I really don't want to relocate it. So I think my quickest, easiest fix is just going to be extending this line 2 or 3 inches, enough so I can turn this elbow so I can gain that clearance. So for now I'm just going to remove this bar until I can get that done. Okay guys, we're going to close this video out, and you'll be able to see in the next video some issues that we run into, so stay tuned for that next video in the series to see what kind of trouble that I'm running into now. Anyway, have a good day. See you guys in the next one. Bye.